I'm Nancy Yeager. 19 years ago, in 1986, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. 8 years ago, I started the MS Awareness Foundation. Now we are bigger and stronger because of the support of people like you. My family has been a big help. There's my husband, Tom, my son, Thomas, who is 8, and my daughter, Caroline, who is 6. We have grown, but we've not lost our focus. People with MS benefit from all kinds of exercise, and that is why the MS Awareness Foundation has developed different programs to help in different ways. We started with the Yes You Can videotape, a general exercise tape. And then we developed All About Awareness based on the Feldenkrais method to help with body awareness and balance. Our third video, Balance in Motion, based on the popular Pilates method, uses exercises to strengthen the core muscles. All of these programs are designed to provide exercise solutions to help with the added stress of daily life with MS. We have now created an introductory yoga program for your enjoyment. Yoga has been known to help with relaxation, strengthening, and flexibility. We all won't be as flexible as my daughter, but even at 6 years old, she enjoys doing yoga too. I hope you enjoy this program, and I hope it makes your day a better day too.
Hello, I am Saud Sadiq. I'm the director of the Multiple Sclerosis Research and Treatment Center in New York. I would like to talk to you about the importance of exercise in the management of multiple sclerosis. In my opinion, exercise is a cornerstone in the complete management of a patient with MS, even if they are optimally managed with currently available medications. Yoga is an exercise that I've strongly recommended for many patients with MS. It is particularly helpful in patients who have spasticity, achiness, and difficulty in movements. And I strongly recommend that you try yoga, and you will find it very beneficial, especially if you do it on a routine, daily basis.
Hello, I'm Herb Kapakin, Physical Therapy Coordinator for the Multiple Sclerosis Center at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital. Multiple sclerosis is a disease that can affect you in a variety of different ways. Yet, regardless of how it may have affected you, you can benefit from a regular exercise program. Yoga has been shown to be, by research, an excellent source of exercise for persons with multiple sclerosis. It's been shown to improve posture, give the user a sense of relaxation, improve range of motion, and improve a sense of well-being. Because it's relatively non-fatiguing, it's an excellent type of exercise for persons with multiple sclerosis.
Exercise guidelines. When doing this or any other exercise program, please adhere to the following guidelines. Stop exercising if you experience even slight fatigue. Remember to cool down when doing continuous exercise. Never exercise to the point of exhaustion. If MS activity develops, stop all exercise until you have recovered. If any of these exercises leaves you less energetic or fatigued, try to perform them more gently. If you're experiencing an exacerbation of your MS, check with your doctor or physical therapist before resuming the exercises. Watch your body temperature. Try to stay cool. Some postures should not be attempted by persons with severe balance impairment without assistance. Keep the remote control handy to pause, rewind, or fast forward past exercise sections which may not be appropriate for you. You do not have to do all the exercises shown in this video at once to gain benefit. If fatigue prevents you from comfortably completing the entire tape, do it in sections. To reduce the risk of injury in your case, consult your doctor before beginning this exercise program. The instructions and advice presented in this tape are in no way intended as a substitute for medical counseling. Do not overdo it. Stop and rest when you're tired. Karen O'Donnell Clark is a professional-level Kripalu Yoga teacher and is a certified integrative yoga therapist, in addition to holding other certifications and professional memberships. Karen Clark learned yoga as a teenager and began teaching yoga part-time in 1996. In 1997, at the age of 41, Karen experienced her first MS episode. At the end of the year 2000, Karen became a full-time professional yoga instructor, teaching both traditional classes and therapeutic programs for people with health challenges.
Hello, I'm Karen Clark, and I'll be your yoga instructor for this session. Before you begin, you might wish to gather a few props that you'll be able to find around your house. To start with, you might want to find a yoga tie or a bathrobe belt or a stretchy kind of belt. A blanket that when it folds up, it stays firm. You may also wish to get a pillow, a couch cushion kind of pillow. And also a yoga mat. To use your props, we'll start first with the blanket. So the blanket is useful in helping you to sit tall in your spine. So if you're sitting like this with your knees up a little bit higher, the blanket can be placed under the sitting bones to help you get a little taller. Relax the hips. So you sit right on the edge of the mat like this. If the knees are still a little higher than the hips, you may want to take a pillow or blanket, and you can use it right on top of the one that you have to get you just a little bit taller. If this is too tall, then you can go back to your blanket. This elevates the spine, keeps the shoulders relaxed. And to use the tie helps to extend the arms and also to keep the spine elongated, stretch the legs. So we'll stretch the leg out like this by bringing the tie around the foot, and then slide the elbows back. Lift up the heart, press out through the heel. So this is one way of using a tie. Yoga is about you. Make this your experience. Remember to breathe. Deep breath in and out, allowing your body to relax into these movements. Enjoy your practice. Namaste. And take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Begin to lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders. Check in with your hips and legs and notice if you need to make an adjustment in your position to get more comfortable. Seated positions can be done in a chair or on the floor. And in your leg positions, the legs can be crossed like this. Or you could extend one leg out if you had a little bit of trouble with your back or with sitting up straight. You can also have both legs extended. And you'll want to be sitting on a cushion or a towel or a blanket. And we'll be breathing in the three-part breath. So in the three-part breath, we bring the breath into the belly, into the ribs, all the way up to the collarbones. We fill the lungs from the bottom to the top, and then empty from the top to the bottom. Take a moment now to focus just on the belly. And bring your hands here if you want to hold your belly, or you can have your hands rested on your legs. Breathe in, belly expands. And breathe out, belly contracts. And breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly contracts. You want to breathe at the rate that works for you. So you bring your hands to the ribs and breathe in such that you can feel the ribs expanding outward and upward on your in-breath. And then on the out-breath of breath, the ribs go back toward their natural shape. So it's an inhale, expand, and an exhale, soften. Continue a few times so you can really feel this expansion here in your body. Isolating the breath, isolating the movement of the breath helps to bring awareness of the breath into the body-mind. Then bring the hands up to the top of the lungs so that you can feel the breath coming in. Notice that when you breathe really deep, you can feel the breath coming all the way up. And then as you breathe out, the ribs go back down, collarbones go down. Breathing in to the top of the lungs. And now putting it all together, we're going to breathe into the belly, into the ribs, all the way up. Bring about half the breath into the belly, half again into the ribs, and whatever's left into the top of the lungs. On your out breath, exhale from the top, through the middle, and at the end of the breath, feel the belly contract back toward the spine. Breathe at your own rate, filling the lungs from the bottom to the top, exhaling from the top to the bottom. As you breathe, become aware of the muscles that are working in your body. Notice how the back feels. And as you breathe out, notice the belly. Notice these muscles that are contracting in the abdomen. Take the arms and inhale the arms up. Exhale the breath out. If you're sitting in a chair, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms out to the side and down. On your in-breath, take that full breath to get the arms up and the full breath to get the arms down. And if your breathing pattern is different than mine, breathe at the rate that works for you so that your movements match your breath. And next time the arms come down, release the shoulders up, back, and down. Sweep the right arm, lift it up, and come over to the left side, and then inhale up, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale, reach up, exhale over, inhale up, exhale over. Coming over to the left side, hold it here, take up through this arm and start to roll your arm at the shoulder. So you're just going to rotate here at the shoulder. Notice your breathing. And now inhale up and then over to the other side. And as you come over here, hold it here and then rotate the arm. And take a deep breath in. Release the arms out to the side. Stretch out through the fingertips. Rotate the arms up and then the arms down. And the arms up and the arms down. And one more time up. When the hands come down, this time press out as though you were trying to press the walls away from each other. Take a deep breath. Notice if you're holding it. Stretching out through the arms. And now release. Bring the hands to the shoulders. Let the elbows come down and begin to roll. The arms come up, back, and down. Inhale as you lift the elbows up. Exhale as you roll the elbows back and then down. Let's do that one more time. Up, back, and then down. Squeeze the shoulders back, release the hands down, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Release the arms, give a little shake to the arms and hands, and then extend the legs out. And then press out through the heels, curl the toes in, lift up through the heart center, roll the shoulders back and down. So we'll be moving into movements that help to stimulate circulation in the legs, point, and flex. If you're sitting in a chair, you may want to actually reach down and take a foot, bring it up, and circle. Circle it the other way. Point and flex. So these movements here are really just to help the circulation in the legs and also the flexibility in the feet and in the ankles. So if you're working one foot at a time, then you want to reach down and take the other foot and repeat on this side. If your legs are extended and you've been pointing and flexing, then you want to circle the feet at the ankles. And then circle in the other direction. And now we'll release that movement, bend the knees. If you're on a cushion, you can take that cushion out now and place it to the side. And bring the hands back behind you. So your knees are bent. They're about fist width apart. And the feet are about fist width apart. The hands are back behind you to support your body. We're just going to start with some small movements. So if you're sitting in a chair, you can let your knees start to move side to side. We'll be taking this into the spinal twist. Let your feet come a little wider apart to start with, so that if you're on a sticky mat, you might want to bring your feet all the way over to the edges of your sticky mat. And then lower the knees down to the right side. So both knees go to the right side. Take the left hand and bring it back behind you, so both hands are side by side behind the right knee. Rock the shoulders here just a little bit side to side. If you're sitting in a chair, the head is turned to look behind you. As you rock, notice how your back feels. Take a deep breath in now. Notice how this feels in your back. Make any adjustments you might need to. So soften through the right side of your body. Notice if you can relax the legs. Now preparing to release, you want to take the left hand, lift the left hand, lift it up, bring it back behind you. Shift the knees over to the left side. Bring the right hand back. Adjust your hands so your fingers are both pointing away from you, both hands. And rock the shoulders here a little side to side. And then hold the position. Let's take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Lengthen the spine. Soften through the hips and legs. And then start to walk the hands back, and we'll be moving into table position. So bring the hands back in front of you. Bring the knees so they're underneath the hips. And come into your table position. If you're coming down from a chair, place the hands on the seat of the chair. Begin to scoot the sitting bones over. Bring the weight onto the arms. Come down onto the knees in kneeling position. And pick the chair up and move it off to the side. Bring the hands down so that the hands are underneath the shoulders. And place the knees so that they're underneath the hips, about hip width apart. Index fingers point straight ahead. Lengthen the spine. So if you notice that your shoulders are kind of creeping next to the ears, you want to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the neck. So circle the hips in whatever way feels good to you. If you're sitting in a chair, begin to move the hips, starting with side-to-side movement. It can be a small circle or a big circle. As you circle, notice your breath. The next time that the hips come closer to the heels, begin to circle in the opposite direction. Notice how this feels in your body. Let it feel sort of luxurious here as you move the hips. Feel the stretch in the arms. And then gradually return to center. Elongating the arms and the back. Preparing to stretch the right leg. Stretch the right leg behind you. Curl the toes under if that works for you. If not, let your foot rest on the floor. Begin to rock back and forth. Pressing out through the heel. Lengthening out through the leg. And notice where your belly is in this position. So if it works for you, draw the belly up toward the ribs. Press out through the heel and then release the knee down. Let the hips go side to side, and release to center. We'll continue with the other side. Take the left leg back. If it works for you, flex the foot so your toes are curled under. And if not, just let your foot rest in whatever way works for you. Begin to rock back and forth. So we're pressing the heel back, relaxing it. Listen to your own body here. So if there's some part of this that doesn't quite work for you, especially if you have spasticity and you have pain in your leg, then you want to make sure that you don't overdo it. And now release back down. Release the hips. Bring the awareness to the right arm. Lift the arm up. Stretch it straight in front of you. Look past the fingers. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lower the hand down. Take the other arm. Inhale, lift it up. Stretch out. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Bring the awareness back now to the right leg and stretch it behind you. Press out through the heel if that works for you. Otherwise, your foot is resting. And we'll be stretching our body on the diagonal. And this is a bit of a balancing posture. So if you need a little bit more assistance with balance, take the right foot out to the right just a tiny bit. Raise up the left arm. Notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in. If it works for you to raise the leg up, raise it up for one breath. Another deep breath here. And now release the foot, release the hand, and bring the knee back down. Let the hips move side to side. And let's return to center. And we'll be taking it to the other side. Stretch out through the left leg. Raise up the right arm. Stretch it out. Notice how you feel. So if your body needs more balance, move the foot slightly out. And then if it works for you today, lift the leg off. And the leg only comes up a few inches. Deep breath. Release the foot. Release the hand. Bring the knee back down. And release. And we'll be coming into standing series. Walk the hands back and come to a kneeling position. So preparing to come into the standing position, you may find it useful to use a chair to assist you in balance and also for strength. So step forward with the foot and the leg that works best for you and come into standing position, and do come into it in the way that feels best. And once you arrive, begin to lengthen the spine. We'll be coming into mountain alignment. So the feet are about fist width apart. Mountain position is a foundation for all of the standing postures in yoga, and it also helps us to focus on lifting our spine, relaxing the shoulders, and improving our posture. When we improve our posture, then we also improve the breath. We find that we have more energy, more strength. Let the arms come alongside of the body. And if at any time you need a little assistance with balance, reach into your chair and hold on to the chair. In yoga, most of the breathing is done through the nose, but every once in a while, breathing in through the nose and sighing out through the mouth releases tension in the body. So anytime you have the need to sigh, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And let's go with the sun breath. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale the arms out and down. Follow your own breath. Take a full breath to get the arms up, and a full breath to get the arms out and down. If bringing the arms all the way up doesn't work for you, then bring them up part way. And then down. The next time that the arms come up, we'll hold the arms up for a moment and reach up through one side and then the other, stretching up. As you reach up through the right side, notice how that whole side of your body feels. Pressing into the right foot and then reaching up through the other side, the left side, press into this foot. So as you go side to side, notice how that feels to shift the weight from one side to the other. And then return to center and release the arms down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And take the arms, inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms back and then down, preparing for the airplane balance. So in this position here, if the arms back don't work for you, then you can place your hands on the chair. Shift the weight over to the right leg and just take a moment now to notice how this leg feels. So you're already balancing. Even though the left leg is down, the weight is on the right leg. And now let's shift over to the left leg for a moment. And shift back to center. So with the hands on the chair or the arms back, bring the weight over to the right leg and start to slide the left foot back. As you slide it back, notice how that feels in your body. So if this is too much for you, bring your foot back to your starting point and your arms down. If it feels fine, and with the arms back and the leg back, walk your foot out just a tiny bit to the left. So you might want to just slide your toes over to the left. Lift up the heart, take a deep breath in. Notice how you feel. So if this balance is enough for your body, then release and bring the hands down and the foot down. If you want to go just a little bit deeper, then with your foot back and the arms back, lift up the leg. Now you can have the leg lifted and the hands down if that works better for you too. So any of these options. When you start to find your body getting tired, you want to let your body take a break. Bring the leg down now. So your foot comes down and the front knee bends. Preparing for the warrior position. Let's start with the hands on the back of the chair. Walk the foot out to the right. So this is just a little bit of movement as you're scooting the foot over. We're not actually lifting it up. This helps to increase balance by widening the position between the feet. The front knee is bent and it's right over the ankle. Back leg is strong. Press down on the back heel. Lift up through the heart. Now if you're sitting in a chair, press the feet down, both feet. If it works for you to press the right foot down, try that, and then the left, alternating your pressure on your legs. Holding this position, take a breath and inhale the arms up. If it works better for you, you can have the arms out to the side. Release the arms down. Step forward. Roll the shoulders up, back, and then down. So we're going to repeat this on the other side. Notice how your body feels now. So sometimes one side of the body feels a little different than the other. So you may do your practice a little different on one side of the body than on the other side of the body. If it works for you to raise the arms, raise them, but you can always keep your hands also on your hips or alongside of your body. So there are several options that you can follow. So when you're ready, if it works for you, inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms back behind you. Shift the weight over to the left leg. Notice how it feels. Anytime you need to, bring the hands back to the chair. If it feels right to stretch back with this right leg, slide it back, see how it feels. If you wish, you can land on this toe. Walk your foot out just a tiny bit for balance. If your body is feeling strong, lift the leg, otherwise keep it down. Arms can come back. Take a deep breath here. Release the hands. Place the foot down, bend the front knee. So the front knee bends so it's just over the ankle, not in front of it, over it. And then walk the foot over to the left, just a tiny bit, and this will increase the base for your stability and for your balance. Press back through the back leg. Notice how the weight is distributed here. Make any adjustments. If you feel like you need to scoot your foot forward for more balance, then do that. Lift up the heart. So the warrior posture is about opening the chest, creating space for the breath, opening the heart center. Let the hands come to the hips if that works for you. Roll back with the shoulders. And then if you wish, you can inhale the arms up. And now take another deep breath in. step forward, release the arms. Roll the shoulders up, back, and then down. So preparing to come into the squatting position, step back just a little bit away from your chair. Bend the knees and imagine that you're sitting in a chair that you're not quite sure where it is behind you. So you want to sit back with the sitting bones. Notice how your legs feel. So if you need a little more balance, you can also walk your feet tiny bit apart or just sort of scoot one foot out away from the other foot. This is a strength posture, so at any time you get tired, you can always stand back up again. So the arms can rest on your chair, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit and you're feeling steady enough to do that today, inhale the arms up, relax the shoulders, the back is straight and flat, sitting bones are pressed back, take another breath, and exhale, bring the hands down and start to straighten the legs at the same time. So the legs are almost straight. Bring the hands down to the seat of the chair, and then press back with the sitting bones. Bend the knees a little bit so that you can straighten the spine. The sitting bones are behind the heels, and notice if you're feeling your back is rounded in the middle like this, you can see this, then you want to flatten it back, flatten it out, put a little arch in your back, stretch the arms a little closer to the front edge of the chair. So you can, if you want, walk your fingers out. Notice how that stretch feels in your back. Now if you're sitting in a chair, having a chair in front of you can be very helpful here because you can stretch your arms out and lift the heart up at the same time, so you're getting a real stretch in the shoulders and in the back. Holding this position, this is called half down dog. Let the hips rock just a tiny bit side to side like you're wagging your tail. And then we're going to slowly release it. Come back to center. Walk the hands back. Let your weight come onto the front of your body for a moment, and then step out one foot to the side. And it doesn't have to be very far. You can decide how far out you want to bring your legs, how wide you want them to be. Press back with the sitting bones again. Adjust your arms here. So this is the way that you can really adjust the stretch that you feel in your body is by how you move your hands on your chair. Knees are tiny bit soft. You can turn the feet out a little bit if you like, or in. Start to rock the hips side to side. This is a stretch that stretches the inner thighs and the back of the legs. Notice how this feels. So again, you don't want to overstretch your body. Listen, keep the knees slightly soft. And now let's prepare to release. Lift up the heart again so the weight comes back onto the arms. Walk the feet in closer together. We'll be coming down into the table position. So come down into the table position in whatever way works for you. If you're using a chair, you might want to place a towel on the back of the chair before you rest your head. And so from this position, when you're ready, lower the sitting bones down to the heels for child position. In this position, we want to bring our forehead down. Your forehead can rest on your hands or on the mat or on the back of the chair. Arms are positioned either in front of the body, underneath your head, or arms can be alongside of the body. Knees can be together or apart. Take a deep breath in and let the hips sink down into the support of your legs. Notice your breath. Let the breath expand into the hips and the pelvic region, into the low back. Let this be a resting posture. So this posture calms the body. And begin to reach the arms in front of you, stretching them forward, coming onto your belly in whatever way works for you. Reach the arms up in front of your body, Stretch out through the right side and then the left side. If you want, you can have your forehead on the mat, or you can have your chin on the mat. Take a deep breath in so you can feel the breath coming into the belly. And then relax. Bring the arms alongside of the body. So we'll be doing a posture called the boat. And in this position, we'll be lifting up the head and the shoulders first. And then we'll bring up the head, the shoulders, and the arms. And then we'll do it one more time and add the legs. If at any point in time your body is ready to rest, then let your arms come in front of your head. Let your head turn to one side. And so preparing to come up for the first time, press down on the feet. Press down on the pubic bone. Notice how this lengthens the back and takes the pressure off the low back. Take a deep breath in. On your out breath, lift the head and shoulders up. So you're looking down toward the mat. The shoulders are back. Hands are resting. Take a deep breath here. On your out breath, release back down. Bring the arms to rest underneath your head. Turn the head to one side. And now preparing to come up again. And bring the arms back alongside of the body. Take a deep breath in. On your out breath, lift up the head and shoulders. Lift up the arms. The feet are pressing down. The pubic bone presses down. Take a deep breath so you can feel this breath in your belly. And then on the exhaling breath, release back down. And bring the arms crossed back in front of your body, your head, and turn the head to the other side. Notice how your back feels. If your back is a little sore, you might want to rest in this position for a few more breaths. Also, you might want to just rock your hips side to side. If you wish to come up this last time, this is a little bit more challenging to lift up the legs. And so, if you want, you can just lift up the parts that work for you and leave the rest out. And then if there's a time when you want to rest, come back down. So when you're ready, on your exhaling breath, press down the feet, press down the pubic bone. Lift the head and shoulders, lift the arms, lift the legs. Lift only the parts that work for you. Leave the rest down. Wherever you are in your posture, take a deep breath into the belly. And then exhale, release. Lower down. Cross the hands in front of the head. Turn the head to one side. Rock the hips side to side movement. And when you're ready, preparing to come onto the back for the back series. If it works for you, shift over to the side of your mat. Shift in the direction that works better for your body and makes it easier for you to roll onto the back, and then roll onto the back. Take your time. Draw the right knee into the chest and bring the hands to the knees. If you want, you can have one hand on the knee or both hands, or you can use your tie. And so if you have your tie handy, you can reach over and take your tie now. You're going to take the tie and just for the moment bring the tie right around the knee so it's on the outside of your leg. And circle the knee using the tie here. And then a circle the other way. Notice your breathing as you're moving your leg here. Now that we're on the back, we're starting to slow down. Draw the knee in close to the chest. And now when you're ready, take the tie and loop it out around your foot. Take the tie into both hands, so one end is in both hands, and use the arms to straighten the leg up toward the ceiling. If straightening the leg up to the ceiling doesn't work for you today, if the tie is long enough, you can actually keep the legs straight out onto the floor too. So there's more than one way to do this. If you're sitting in a chair, then you can have the tie around the foot. And if you're using a second chair, you can actually have your leg on that chair too. And bring the arms back. And then when you bring the elbows back, it helps to roll the shoulders back. You notice how your shoulders are back and your back is really straight? And so when you have your arms in this position, you don't stretch too much in the arms, but you're getting a lot of stretch in the legs, and also your back is elongated. So we can lift up through the heart. Deep breath in. Notice where you feel the stretch. Yeah. And let's release. Press out through the heel. Take a breath. Notice if you're pushing a little too hard here. This is a great stretch, but a little sometimes is just enough. Less is best. When you're ready, bend the knee. Release your tie. Keep the tie handy. We'll use it on the other side. Bring in the right knee. So you just want to bring it in for a moment, squeeze in, and then release it. Bring the other knee into the chest. So you can have both hands around the leg here, or one hand, or you can use your tie. Start to circle the knee. And notice what kind of circle your body wants to make. Sometimes the body wants a really small, tight circle, and sometimes it feels really good to make a bigger circle. Now, if you're sitting in a chair, draw the right knee into the chest and bring the hands to the knees. And come back to center, draw the knee in, and then take the tie and loop the tie around the foot. Begin to straighten the leg up. Slide the elbows down toward the floor. Wrap the tie around your hand and stretch up through the heel. Take a deep breath in. Notice how it feels. So if flexing the foot this way doesn't quite work for you, then maybe you might want to point the foot a little bit. Just move in the way that feels good for you. And then let's release. Bend the knee in. Release the tie. Draw this knee into the chest. Both knees come into the chest, and we'll start to rock here, side to side movements. Preparing to come into the spinal twist, the crocodile twist. Roll over to the right side, coming into a fetal position on the right side. The left leg is on top of the right. If you're sitting in a chair, you can bring the knees over to one side. And then once you land here, make any adjustment you need to feel steady and balanced in your position. And then start to bring now the left shoulder down to the mat. And adjust your shoulders so that as best you can, both shoulders are on the mat. Resting the feet and the legs. Now this is a position where if you have a towel handy or a blanket, you could assist your body in getting a little more comfortable by placing that towel right underneath your legs. Rock the head side to side, and then let your head face the knees. Take a deep breath in so that you can feel your body relaxing into the position. How you doing? Good. All right. So how does your body feel in this position? Strained underneath here. So one of the ways that you can use a prop is you can either lift your hips up and place this right underneath your hip like this. That feels better. One of the other options, let's just try it, is to place that knee down and bring this other one up and place the knee on top of that. So then you pick the one that works for you. So if that works for you, great. But you said your hips were bothering you a little bit in that position, and that feels better. I'm preparing to release this posture to move to the other side. Take the left hand and bring it over to the left knee so that you can bring this knee up a little closer to your chest. And draw the knee open so that your back now rolls over. Both knees are into the chest, and roll over to the other side. Coming into fetal position on this side, make any adjustments you need to feel comfortable. And then when you feel ready, take the right shoulder and bring it back down to the mat. Rock the head side to side. And then let the head turn in the direction of the feet. And preparing to release this posture, take the right hand back to the right leg. Draw the knee into the chest. Roll onto the back. Bring both knees into the chest. Rock side to side movements. And then gradually place the feet down. Adjust your position on your mat so you feel centered and balanced again. Rock the knees side to side. Stretch out through the arms and legs. Roll the arms and legs in and out a few times. Rock the head side to side. Make any adjustments that you need to be comfortable. If your back is sore, you can bend the knees again and place the feet on the floor. The feet are further apart than the knees are together. Another option is to place your blanket or your towel or pillow underneath the knees so that you can feel supported in the back. So when you feel ready and comfortable, take a deep breath in and sigh it out.
Please feel free to pause the remote control now and take a 10-minute deep relaxation.
Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. Begin to rock the knees side to side. When you feel ready, roll over to whichever side works best for you today. We'll be coming into seated position in a moment. But first, roll into fetal position on one side and use your arm to pillow the head so that you can relax just a little bit longer. And then when you feel ready to come up, lean into the top hands. We'll use our arms to press up. Gradually coming up, just like you're waking up for the first time today. Come into a comfortable seated position and take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Return to your three-part breath. Breathe into the belly, into the ribs, up to the collarbones. And then exhale from the top, through the middle. At the end of the breath, feel the belly return to the spine. Continue a few times. Breathe at the rate that works best for you. Bringing this class to a close today. I invite you to take another deep breath in. And on the exhaling breath, relax the shoulders down, reaching up through the heart. You did a great job today. Tomorrow's another day. Keep breathing. Namaste.